Welcome back to Sports Federation TV. If you just tuned in, you missed the first two segments on Caleb, the MMA fighter, and also field hockey. You can catch the repeats tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock on DSTV 263. Also, each segment will be on YouTube within the next week or so. We're moving our attention offshore, and we're chatting deep sea angling. Louis, you well?
Ja, fine and you?
Good, good. Johan, hoe gaan dinge?
Wonderlik.
Mooi, mooi. Louis, deep sea angling, explain what is deep sea angling firstly, so people understand what the sport is about.
Well, deep sea angling it all entails we fish off boats. So you've got an inshore segment, which is normally light tackle, 10 miles offshore max, and then you get an offshore side, which is up to 110 miles kilometers.
And do you fish for any kind of fish, or is it specific? How does it work?
Inshore we normally fish for game fish such as yellowtail and that kind of stuff, and then offshore it's mostly for tuna. Yeah.
Is it catch and release or catch and weigh, hold? How does it work?
It's normally catch and hold and catch and keep. Yeah. Most of the fish gets donated, which is quite a nice
Okay.
objective.
Where are you based? Where's your club?
We're in Gordons Bay
Okay.
Boat Angling Club. Yeah.
Okay. Explain what's happening at your club.
Well, basically we're an inshore club, light tackle boat mainly, so we fish with 6 to 10 kilo line class.
Explain that the 6 to 10 kilogram line class. What does that mean?
Basically you are allowed to use 6 to a 10 kilo ICFA rated line to go and fish with.
How do they get to that calibration? Is it explain that, because it doesn't make sense to me. How does it work?
That's why we use ICFA lines. They are
Okay.
pre-calibrated. Obviously the line comes from manufacturers in a strength test, which categorizes it as 6 kilo, 7 kilo, or up to a 10 kilo
Okay.
line.
But that allows you to catch any size fish, or how does it work?
Any size fish. It just takes a bit longer to get the big ones on board.
Okay. Gansbaai is obviously in the Overberg. How big is your club? Is it a new coder sport in your area?
No, Overberg Boat Club has been coming on for quite a couple of years. We currently got about 70 more or less members. Mostly social fishermen, but then we've got our anglers that's fishing in the league.
And does everybody have their own boat, or how does it work? 2 or 3 people on a boat?
We've currently got 6 active boats in our club, and each boat has got his own crew, 3 to 4 members per boat,
Okay.
and which you fish the year through.
Okay. In Gordons Bay, is it the same kind of system, or how does it work?
Yeah, in Gordons Bay we've got the inshore side of it. And total fishing league, we've got I think about 7 boats.
So how does a league work?
We've got a South League, which we tow boats to Straitsbaai, fish 2-3 leagues there, like normally on a Saturday or a Sunday.
So you go out on a boat and you need to catch a certain amount of fish, or how does
Yeah, you catch them whatever's biting,
Okay.
and then obviously you get awarded points for that.
Based on weight and
Based on the weight, yeah. It's quite
Okay.
a difficult scoring system that we've got at this moment.
You hosted the Interprovincial Championships. Tell us a bit about that. Where and how did it happen?
Now, middle August we had the 5th annual Kleinbaai Interprovincial Bottom Fish tournament, which we invite provinces from all over the country to come and fish with us. This year we had Southern Cape, we had obviously Western Province and Eastern Province that fished the 3 days, and it's great fun. It's a great get together.
Take us through the results. How does it work? What does day 1 10.6168 mean?
Okay, on day 1, as you can see up top, Eastern Province scored 10.61 points, so they were the underdogs. That's to do with the amount of fish that was caught, the weight of the fish, and then also the amount of species that's been caught.
Okay.
Is a very important factor in your scoring. Western Province Blue, they finished in second last, was it third last? So day 2, Eastern Province had a much better day. That specific day they caught some really nice cob, big fish, up to 15 kilos. So that scoring rate was gone up quite a lot.
Okay.
And then on the third day, they had a average good day, but because of the good fishing on the second day, they finished right up top.
That's a complicated system. I mean, there's lots of amounts of points there.
Yeah, it's not that complicated. You see, a 1 kilo fish will you take the weight of the fish and you square it. So 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 kilo fish will give you 1 point.
Okay.
Whereas a 10 kilo fish, 10 times 10 is 100.
Okay.
So the bigger the fish gets, the more points you get, obviously, for the fish. And then after 3 species, your score gets doubled, and after 4 it gets tripled.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
What did you mean earlier when you said bottom feeders?
Your ocean bottom changes, it differs. Your bottom fish should basically be red Roman, red stump, red steenbras. It's your fish that feeds on the bottom.
Now, in terms of when you go out, I mean, you spoke about going out so far out to sea. How do you know where the fish are? Do you have fish finders on the boats, or is it by sun, or how does it work?
Yeah, we've got fish finders, and normally go catching tuna. You obviously go to longliners and stern trawlers, because they obviously catch hake, and then all the intestines of the hake gets thrown overboard, and that's what the tuna feeds on.
Okay.
And obviously we've also know a couple of commercial boats out there which we speak to regularly, and also get a bit of reports. And yeah, it's all on social media, and everybody gets a bit of reports and know where to go and where to start looking. And normally it's not that big of an area, but yeah.
And from a technical point of view, you often hear people talk about a skipper's ticket. What is a skipper's ticket?
Skipper's ticket is basically a driver's license that you are allowed to take a boat out.
Okay.
There's a lot involved. There's a couple of categories, 1 mile, 15 miles, and 40 miles. You also get your day and night rating, which you're allowed to take a boat out at night. But it's quite intensive. There's a lot of safety involved, and obviously you must be able to read your weather, navigation, to be able to get that ticket.
In terms of popularity along the coast, starting all the way from the west coast all the way around in the whole Western Cape to Plet, as an example, how big is the sport?
It's huge. It's huge. It's really, really huge. I mean, if you take one club in Durban, they will have like 1,000 boats in one club.
Sure.
It's ridiculous. No, it's quite big, and the income generated through it is also huge.
How do you generate income? If do you sell the fish when you come back to shore, or?
No, I'm not talking about generating income for yourself, but for the economy itself.
Okay.
Yes, there's billions and billions of rands going into fishing tackle and even fuel for the boats.
Yeah.
And, you know,
what does a rig cost you to set up a boat, or what does a rod cost you? Let's start there. Well, how long is a piece of string then?
A semi-decent bottom fishing rod.
Yeah.
You can look at anything from about 400 rand for a semi-decent
Yeah.
rod. Then obviously you get your more expensive rods, can cost you up to 3,500 rand.
Sure.
Then your more expensive part usually is your reels. A decent reel, a semi-decent reel, you're going to start at looking about 1,000 rand upwards. Basically, line costs, because we use ICFA line, it's more expensive than your normal commercial lines. It can become quite an expensive hobby, but it's worth it.
So setup is going to cost you 2,000 rand to get going into the game, roughly. Entry level.
Entry level, I would say, with rods, lines, your necessary hooks, everything that goes with it, you start off at about 4,000 rand.
Sure. Hans, is there lots of juniors coming through the ranks?
We've got a junior development program that we run every year. We incorporate funds specifically into it to get the youngsters more involved. And actually now in November we've got a junior development day. We want to take the lighties bit out to sea, teach them how to tie the knots, how to put their bait on, and obviously find a little bit of sea legs as well. Get used to the whole idea. And it's a very important part of our club is a junior development.
I saw in the results that that ladies participate in the sport, so it's not only men.
Not only men.
How big is the ladies component?
Last year with the Interprovincials, Western Province had the first ladies team in more than 20 years
Wow.
in the Western Province side. And we've actually now had a lady from Eastern Province that fished now with the senior men. Also done very, very well. We had 3 junior teams that fished.
Nice.
2 from Southern Cape and 1 Western Province junior teams. Very well disciplined and very good fishermen.
Then I'm sure the ladies will complain about their hands running the line, so that do they get gloves and all of those kinds of nice things?
No. There's no glass. Just fish as men. Yeah. No, they don't complain too much about that.
Taking out the boat to sea obviously costs a fair amount of money because you need fuel. Is there lots of sponsorship in your sport, or is it generally self-funded?
It's generally self-funded. Obviously, the skipper is responsible for his boat, for the upkeep of his boat. The fuel bill gets split between all the anglers on board. Everybody that goes out put in their part. Same with the bait, we all put in our part with bait and so on. Where the sponsorships usually come in is with tournaments. If there's prizes, then obviously with organising food. The sponsors help us a lot with the behind the scenes part of it all. And then obviously if we send a team off to go fish in the Eastern Cape, for example, then Western Province would sponsor an amount to help get the team there.
Yep.
And it's the same with the clubs. The clubs also help to sponsor to get the anglers outside and fishing.
Gentlemen, in closing, why do you participate in deep sea angling, meneer?
I just enjoy it. The fishing part is very nice, but I started enjoying the skippering part a lot more now. I skip it now in the inter club there. So actually, it was actually the 5th inter-provincial.
Okay.
I fished the first 2 and skipped the last 3. So yeah, the skipping is getting more to me now.
Yep.
By the way, he was the top skipper in the inter-provincials now.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And how do you get to that classification as the top skipper? Based on finding the best fish?
Putting the most fish on the deck.
Okay. In Gansbaai, what's next for Gansbaai?
The 1st of October, we've got the King of the Bay tournament, which is between Birkenhead Boat Club and Overberg Boat Club. And so far, we've got 4 teams that's going to participate, which is actually going to be a nice social event, social fishing event. And we took the trophy last year. Let's hope we do it again.
Good luck. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Great stuff.
We've come to the end of the show. You can catch our repeats tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. You can also catch each segment on YouTube within the next week. Have an amazing weekend. Play hard, be safe. See you Friday 9 o'clock next week. Cheers.